understand a couple of terms. Fatter doesn't necessarily mean bigger. It means just more fat pounds. Okay, and to understand that, we need to look at another term that people really aren't familiar with, but composition. People look at weight, but when we look at that weight, we need to see what that weight is made up of. So that weight is going to be made of mostly fat mass and then fat-free mass. So things like your muscle, your bones, your organs, etc. So those are very important to understand when we go into this discussion. Because let's just say that you're typical and you want to lose 10 pounds in a month. So 10 pounds of weight in a month. And of course, you want to do it fast. 45 to 55% of that weight loss is going to be from muscle. Okay? Muscle holds onto water. So water, let's say for that same amount is about 2 pounds of water we're going to lose. That means we have a net fat loss out of that 10 pounds of weight of 3 pounds of fat. So our fat loss is 3 pounds. So about 30% overall. Now when we look at that from a composition perspective, what does that mean? Our muscle has gone from here, we've lost about 5 pounds as we look at here in muscle. Why does that matter? Because if we really take a look at what's important in muscle, at the cellular level, muscle if we look at a cell, it's got all kinds of these little millions and millions of these things called mitochondria. And mitochondria is a complicated word for an energy factory. So that's all it means, energy. When we look at metabolism, metabolism is energy. So we're trying to produce more energy with our body. And if we destroy muscle, if we take muscle away, we cut down on those factories. So if you're trying to lose fat, that's the last thing you want to do. You don't want to get rid of factories that burn your fat. When we look at our fat, of course, itself, it's gone down a little bit here, but our composition has been made mainly out of losing muscle. So how does that affect the metabolism? Again, remember, metabolism is energy. When we look at that, people think about calories. Pre-diet, let's just say you're taking the typical amount of 2,000 calories per day. And then when we go on a diet, we want to lose the weight fast. The diet, we cut it down to about 1,200 calories. So that helps us lose weight. The problem is, as we've mentioned over here, we've got rid of those energy producing factories of muscle. So when we go back, as all diets end, so as we go back to a post-diet situation, we don't have to go crazy and eat a bunch of calories. We just have to go back to what we were doing before. The problem is the body has adjusted its energy levels down to the restrictive area that we were using before. So now we've got this gap. We've got this gap in here of how the body perceives it as a surplus. So what's going to happen? If we have a surplus, we're going to be adding fat. So if we add on extra fat here, let's take a look at what that rebound effect would be. Everybody's familiar with the rebound effect. I'm sure you've experienced it yourself, or somebody you know has experienced it. You lose 10 pounds, 5-6 months later, you gain back the 10, you gain 5 more. Okay? And that scenario goes on. It could be 20 pounds. It seems like the more often you try those cycles, the more the rebound effect becomes. And let's take a look at why that is. Because from a rebound perspective, we've added back, let's say 15 pounds. So we've gained back 15 pounds. 5 of that is going to be, hopefully, we gained our muscle back. That's a good thing, okay? 2 pounds, we'll take that with the water. So we've got our muscle and our water back. That's 7 pounds. Awesome. The problem is we gained 15. That means 8 pounds. We've gained 8 pounds back of fat. But remember, when we originally lost and went on this diet, we only lost 3 pounds. We lost 3 pounds of net fat, and now we've gained back 8 pounds. It's as simple as that. So when we say, can losing weight make you fat? Yes, it can. It's a cyclical effect. The more time you diet, the more diets you try. And the problem is that most people are trying 5 to 6 diets a year. So this destruction of the metabolism is going on.